All right, another key moment from tonight's vice presidential debate between Governor Mike Pence and Senator Tim Kaine. Joining us now with reaction, Milwaukee County Sheriff David Clarke, Fox News senior correspondent Geraldo Rivera. All right, Geraldo, let's start with you. You're a hard critic. Anything Trump, you've been annoying lately. So I'll start with you tonight.
I think that's inaccurate, but let me just say that my overview is it was a pleasure watching two decent, patriotic, God-fearing Americans go at it, both of whom, very importantly, are the fathers of serving United States Marines, and thinking how different this campaign would be if these were the two figures at the top of both the respective tickets. The ratings would be lower, but I think you'd have a more sensible and in many ways more reasoned debate over real issues.
What was so reasonable about Tim Kaine tonight? He wouldn't shut up and he wouldn't stop interrupting.
I think that in the first half of the debate, he was annoying with his interruptions. That's why I give Pence
the whole debate. He didn't
stop.
That's
why I give Pence the slight advantage over who won, quote unquote, the debate. Pence did something that his boss, Donald Trump, failed to do. There was no Rosie O'Donnell. There was no Miss Universe. Governor Pence did not rise to the bait that Kaine presented. And I think that he did an excellent job. I think Kaine made his points as well, though, Sean. I think in fairness, I give a slight edge, as I said, to Governor Pence. I think he won the debate.
All right, Sheriff, what's your take?
Well, Senator Kaine came off as a raging lunatic. He needs to lay off the caffeine and maybe go to the decaf. I thought we were going to have a Howard Dean moment for a moment there. But, he mentioned a couple things I think are worth talking about. One is that Kaine said that he criticized Donald Trump for saying African Americans live in hell. I said that before Donald Trump did. I said the American ghetto is a hellhole unless Mrs. Bill Clinton and Senator Kaine think it's okay for blacks to live in entrenched poverty with failing schools, inadequate housing, and crime-infested neighborhoods. He also mentioned about community policing. Community policing will not work where you have an entrenched underclass that is culturally dysfunctional, because it's a two-way street, and you can't just have a one-sided effort by the police. So there's a number of things where Tim Kaine doesn't understand policing that I think Donald Trump and Governor Pence do.
I don't think he understands policing. I don't think he understands the economy. I don't think he understands the need to vet refugees. I don't think he understands the need for border security. I think the differences are profound, and that's what comes through more and more as we see both camps together here, Geraldo.
First of all, to Sheriff Clarke's point about the hellhole, quote unquote, that blacks live in, I don't know where Sheriff Clarke lives in Milwaukee County, but I can tell you, as a native-born New Yorker who rides my bicycle everywhere, who knows every street, every corner in this town, Harlem is not a hellhole. I got news for you. There are beautiful brownstones there. There is a striving middle class. There's new restaurants opening all the time. To generalize like that and to call that
Geraldo, you're being unfair to Sheriff Clarke. He's saying that there are certain neighborhoods that have been neglected. Look at Chicago. Come on.
Well, there in the Chicago situation with all of these homicides and all the violent shooting, these are definitely, Chicago has a problem that New York doesn't. There are pockets of real gang violence where guns are everywhere, and where stop and frisk. Let me
give the sheriff.
Stop and frisk would be appropriate. Stop and frisk.
Sheriff,
and I agree with Governor Pence. Stop and frisk is not inherently.
With all due respect, Geraldo, unlike you, I'm at ground level in the American ghetto in Milwaukee every day. So, what you ought to do is come with me, spend a week with me, not a couple hours, do a ride along with me just to Milwaukee, and then I'll take you 80 miles away down to Chicago, where I go frequently, and I'll show you a different part of the American ghetto. And again, that's that part we don't want to talk about. You want to talk about the areas that have been revitalized. That is not where
people like that. You can't, Sheriff. It's unfair. It ignores
What's unfair,
Geraldo, is for you to think it's okay for a growing number of people to live in these hellholes called the American ghetto. It's not okay.
We got a break. All right, guys, I'll go on the ride along with both of you. All right, thank you both. When we come back.